On KFXM, this is News Director Sherman Mason.
KFXM News.
It's 50 degrees. This is Sherman Mason with the latest headline news. The United Nations Security Council will meet this afternoon to discuss North Korea's seizure of the USS Pueblo. Military preparations continue at the same time. The 14,000 reservists called up yesterday by President Johnson are reporting to their duty stations today. And a Seoul newspaper says the atom-powered aircraft carrier Enterprise has put into a South Korean port about 125 miles below the 38th parallel armistice line. The United States apparently has failed in another attempt to get Kremlin help in freeing the Pueblo and its 83-man crew. North Korea has demanded that they be punished as criminals. Mike Gasparic will be buried today in a family plot in Cleveland, Ohio. For the second time within a month, sheriff's deputies and Riverside police combined forces to stage a narcotics raid on a house on 13th Street in Riverside last night.
Chicago.
George, go to both New Orleans and Chicago.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Delta Airlines has this trip they call the Big Dollar Circle trip. New Orleans, Chicago, and back. Well, what do you think?
I think Delta really goes out of its way to make a buck. Get it? Out of its way, 1,000 miles to
keep
make...
packing, George.
Yeah.
A small cloud loaded with some sort of a tear gas quality chemical hovered over La Sierra last night. For the unusual story, here's the Riverside Fire Department.
Found that this was a little bit of tear gas type gas that was been tested over towards Norco.
This is a Tullison Hearn station, KFXM San Bernardino, serving Riverside, San Bernardino, and the Inland Empire.
KFXM Sports.
A presentation of Goodyear Service Stores in San Bernardino and in Riverside, Southern California's Bob Seagren broke his own world indoor pole vault record in the Millrose Games at New York. He vaulted 17 feet 4 1/4 inches. Replace your worn tires now with famous Goodyear Nylon Safety all-weather tires on sale now through Saturday only. Stop in at your Goodyear Service store and get the Goodyear Safety all-weather tire for only $15.70 each. See this Goodyear store. In Banning, it's located at 263 West Ramsey. Rookie Earl Monroe scored 30 points last night to lead the visiting Baltimore Bullets to a 127-113 National Basketball Association win over the San Diego Rockets. This edition of the Sports, a presentation of Goodyear Service Stores in San Bernardino and in Riverside.
Stater Brothers weather.
Well, KFXM Country can look for a local fog this morning. Otherwise, increasing cloudiness today, cloudy with chance of showers tomorrow. Say you can save now at Stater Brothers. Potatoes, U.S. #1 Idaho russets, 10-pound bag, just 35 cents. Present temperature, Riverside holding at 49. San Bernardino, 50. And in Ontario, 52 degrees.